Alright, everybody. The following is for research purposes. And this research just follows the research, and it's my opinion. So whatever you want to believe is up to you. I want to make that clear. The following is a gesture production. Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to the Bible Unveiled Part 13. At the end of this video, I'm also going to talk about my X account suspension. I'm still kind of waiting for an answer on that, but I'm going to go ahead and give details about kind of like what happened and stuff like that. Hopefully I can get my account restored. It looks, I don't know, to me it looks not good, but we will see what happens. So anyway, let's get into the Bible Unveiled Part 13. I believe this is Part 13. Alright, so we left off right here. So change the site of the configuration from Mount Tabor to Mount Hermon. When Jesus came into the coast of the Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, "Whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am?" And after 6 days Jesus taketh Peter, James, and John his brother, and bringeth them up into an high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light. Matthew chapter 16 verse 13, and also chapter 17 verse 1. Okay, so according to an old tradition, the scene of the transfiguration was Mount Tabor. There can be no doubt that one of the southern peaks of Hermon was the scene of the transfiguration. It has been widely held that the Hermon region was the scene of our Lord's transfiguration. Aleister Crowley taught that the great work is the transformation of humanity. We are told that the great work may only be begun in the spring under the sign of Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. It was May 1st when the ancient Druids honored the great sun god and goddesses with an uninhibited festival complete with initiation, sex orgies, drunken revelry, and human sacrifice. Okay. So that's a lot of weird shit. Okay, so change the location of the early church from Jerusalem to Dan, Caesarea Philippi. When Jesus came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked the disciples okay, we're back to the same. But ye come unto Mount Sion, unto the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem, and to innumerable company of angels, to the general assembly and the church of the firstborn, which are written in heaven, and to God, the judge of all, and to the spirits of just men made perfect. Hebrews 12, verses 22 through 23. We ought also to mention the Druses, so-called worshippers of the devil, established in the mountain where the numbers of Judo-Christians took refuge in the first centuries of our era. The image of a serpent appears, sculpted upon the portals of their sanctuaries, and their doctrine contained a good deal of Gnosticism. Rebuild the temple of Paulus in opposition to the rebuilt temple of Jerusalem. In the earliest writings about this society, which is known as the Brotherhood or the Order of the Rosary Cross, began to circulate in Europe around the year 1605. They were contained in the manuscript called The Restoration of the Decayed Temple of Pallas, and provide the earliest known constitution of the order. Change perception of the Antichrist from Jewish to Gentile race in order to portray the Pope as Antichrist. Daniel 11:37. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, and he shall show no regard for the gods of his fathers. He shall give no heed. Oh, okay, these are what they're doing to confuse everybody. Change genealogy of the Messiah from the tribe of Judah to include the tribe of Dan. And one of the elders saith unto me, Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. Revelation 5:5. Samson in some respects was considered a forerunner of the Messiah who will come from Judah, but his mother, according to Midrash, will be of the tribe of Dan. Interesting. Okay, change perception of the European nobility from Jewish to Gentile. Okay, interesting here. There was a very great Jewish component among the Sycobrian, Franks, Merovingians, and because they practiced polygamy, another Merovingian particularly, they left a great number of offspring. These aristocratic Merovingian children married into almost all of the noble families of Europe during the 5th, 6th, and 7th centuries. This has prompted more than one historian to suggest that the foundation of European nobility is Jewish. The work of Jews smuggled as 5th column into the bosom of the Church of Christ was made easier through the hypocritical conversion to Christianity, or that of their forefathers. In addition, they laid aside their Jewish surnames and took on very Christian names, which were embellished with the surnames of their godfathers. Thus, they were successful in mixing with the Christian society and taking possession of names of the leading families of France, Italy, England, Spain, Portugal, Germany, Poland, and other lands of Christian Europe. With this system, they were successful in penetrating into the bosom of Christianity itself in order to destroy it from within and to destroy the core of the religious, political, and economic institutions. That's an interesting one. I want to look that up. Penny. The Plot Against the Church, 1967. Huh. Alright, so that wraps this part up of the Bible Unveiled, part 13. The next time we're going to get into something very, very interesting. It's going to be the, we're going to go more detail into these Israeli migrations that happened. And there's an actual theory that the Trojan War was fought between a part of the tribe of Dan and part of the tribe of Judah. And we will get into that in more detail later. Well, next week I'm doing a poem. Well, I'm going to put that poem to the side. I'm going to do an X article. My next 2 poetry slots, I'm going to cover the 2 X articles that I had, but my account is now suspended on appeal, so we'll just see how that goes. So, right now my X account is suspended on appeal. As you can tell, see, I can't post anything. See, it's on the gray, you know, and if I go to my account, now I get this right here. So, I guess I can, you know, see, I can see all my old stuff. You wouldn't be able to, which is unfortunate. I think this is a lot of bullshit. But basically what happened was I accidentally clicked on, something in my DMs. It was like, vote for this podcast. Well, I'll show you. Well, no, I don't want to go to my DMs. Those, I got personal stuff in there, so I'm not going to go to my DMs. But, anyways, it was kind of like a, like, vote for me being, like, on a podcast or something like that. And I thought it was legit because I knew this follower. I clicked on it, and all of a sudden my account was hacked. I got in contact with X support, and it seemed to be working at first. Like, I had access to my account for a little bit, and then all of a sudden it started getting glitchy. And then I started talking to X support again, and you know, the AI, and it kind of guided me, and then it was like, and then all of a sudden, this happened. Right here. My account suspended. And, so that's why my account got suspended, because they considered it inauthentic behavior. I don't know if it'll actually show it on here, but no. See, I even tried adding my phone number, because that's what it said to do afterward, and it was really after this right here, oops, that, everything kind of took place after I changed my phone number. Everything just went all haywire. And I was like, that's a bunch of bullshit. So now I can't do anything. I'm officially suspended from X. So what I'm gonna do is I need to reorganize myself. Well, I mean, I'm not officially, you know, I'm still waiting on the appeal. But I mean, for right now, I can't do jack shit. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of giving myself a break until all this gets resolved. And, I'm very much considering joining TikTok. what's not my first option. Um, I don't know why X hates me so much. Um, but other than that, I've been having like major problems with X. Like during the 2024 election, like everything was going great. But then once the election came over, I just started noticing all these influencers kind of turn on me, and I had to block some of them because they were just basically calling me bullshit and stuff like that. And I'm not bullshit. And so there's really a serious problem about X, and especially its influencers. And I don't know why they have an issue with me. Like, I tried to join some of their spaces. On one of them, I tried to talk, especially about some of my stuff, um, especially about the 1998 documents. And then the dude just doesn't even question anything about it, just automatically blocks me. I mean, not blocks me, but automatically, like, disconnects me from the space. So I block him. And then other influencers, when I was talking to them, I was like, remember when I said this would happen? And they were just like, no, there's no way that you could, possibly ever do that. And then they just never respond to me again, as if like they muted me or something like that. And on X, when bigger accounts mute or block you, it does really hurt your account and your visibility. Um, so I don't know. Maybe what happened was for the best. I don't know. I still have a little bit of access to it, so I mean, that's at least good. Um, one of the things I gotta, like, if for some reason I don't get my account back, one thing that's gonna suck is I'll probably have to put a stop check on this, and, and then, uh, because there's no way I can cancel my X premium account, which is also stupid. But I can see, like, what other people post and stuff like that still. As you can tell, I just can't, like, reply to them. See, I can, like, do that, and I just can't reply, retweet, like, or anything like that, but, eventually, once I get all my information off, I probably won't use this website anymore, because why should I give it my attention? I'm gonna go through and, basically see how much I can basically screenshot pictures of things I've said and stuff like that. So maybe they don't like that I know the future, because I keep putting, like, have I been right? See, this talks about how the election was rigged, and they're now coming out with that. I was trying to show how I was like 4 years off. So, I don't know, maybe there's an issue with that. I also do know, like, I think it was like 2023 or something like that. I received, like, um, emails both from Twitter and YouTube, um, wondering if I was suicidal because my poetry is what I'm assuming. And, like, my poetry about, so, yeah, I mean, I forgot what I was talking about. I was kind of interrupted there. Um, but, I mean, it's all ridiculous. In my opinion. Oh, yeah. I was talking about how, I kept on showing that, I know the future and stuff like that, which I do. I think everything that I've done kind of proves that. Um, but yeah. Well, Elon, you're definitely staying the bad guy in my novel as Elana. a transgendered individual. Um, so anyway, I mean, I hope you read my novel. Um, like I said, I might join TikTok because I'm gonna do book talk, and I hope that works. I hope I don't get suspended from TikTok. I'm just gonna probably try to keep everything about my novel going forward out, especially when it comes to TikTok, or my writing, or my poetry. Um, I might talk about my perception on leadership too, and some other things, but I'm probably not going to get political on TikTok because, well, I don't know. It seems like every single time I try to do something like that, yeah, I don't know. There's no reason for me to get political anymore. I know everything's on the path that it's going. I mean, I might talk about the Great Uniter coming, but that's about it. Um, but just a bunch of bullshit. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it looks good for me on X. I think my chances of get everything back are slim. But it is what it is. Fuck Elon. Fuck X. And um, like I said, I'll probably join TikTok. I'm going to be joining TikTok, and I'll probably be under Raphael Terrio. Um, but give me probably about 2 weeks. I need to take a social media break anyway. Um, I just find this to be a lot of bullshit. But, as I state, through all adversity, I succeed. Help me make that true. And go to Amazon, buy my novel, Lilith, Adam and Eve, The Dark, the Gray, the Light. I hope you do. It's a really good novel. But other than that, y'all have a good one. Alright, I'll see you next Wednesday. I'm still on here, and I'm still on Prosbox, and I am on Rumble. Rumble's kind of more of a backup, but I am on there. If for some reason something happens to YouTube, I'll be on there. I will find someplace. So always just search my name at Raphael Terriel, or, if that doesn't work, then maybe the gesture or something like that. I might change it, but I will do my best to be somewhere. This is so stupid. This is like stupid shit what's going on with X. Anyway, so to all y'all at X that works there and that is doing this, fuck y'all. But you have a good one. And this has been a fuck X, fuck Elon, fuck Nimrod production. And y'all have a good one.